considered here. KDF as well, hearing these shots, wants to see if there's anything that they can vulture.
Each team has a solo player isolated, but it's T5 who collapsed the trap onto Luke more effectively. Pong slipped away, and oh no, trying to find some sort of answer, some sort of repeat. TSM expose a little bit too much of themselves to the heavens, and he immediately sits them down.
Fantastic play for KDF. Got to be a little bit careful now. T5 has an angle on to salute there, so takes a little bit of damage and says, okay, well, maybe that's job done. TSM crippled. Purdy Curdy trying to be rezzed, but it's going to be very, very tricky now for TSM to do much else in this game. In fact, KDF.
Oh, they're going in.
They know. They know they've got him dead to rights.
They know it's a solo. They saw the knock in the kill feed. They know that they got 2 down. There's no chance that Sparking's managed to get the res, and he's low HP. He has to try and slip away Pong style, but the man himself is just lurking on the other side of the river. Sparking with an chance to take down some Vietnamese compatriots into the Expendables, make their way up towards Everest just under their noses, but they did not spot them out.
Yeah, I'm pretty curious. TE has one player looking in this general direction, but the team itself is rather split up. Hong again on the hunt.
They've seen something.
Yeah, I think Clory's just might be getting a read on this here momentarily, if not already.
Close Delvin switches over to a grenade. Oh, Clory's with him. Long range taps with the MK12. Sits down ZYU. And TDT, who thought they were going to get the drop on the Expendables. The table has turned. Delwyn's activated as well. Found an angle on towards John. And an amazing start for TDT. Might just be falling apart quickly as they climb the mountain.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They kind of got outmaneuvered just a little bit. That grenade's going to roll right past Delwyn. Cooked a little bit better. Could have been pretty strong. The up and over from Van. Not good enough. It's actually going to be Duck Juice claiming point on to Jun. Then can keep FaZe and Cerberus, those two teams you're talking about, off of their territory. They have a pretty good shot in this game, I feel like. New Happy, by the way, got stuck on the bridge. Somehow the Expendables get to the other side and they rip them apart. New Happy gone in a heartbeat. Oh, the Expendables. I don't know how they got there, but they found the right time to.
Yeah, Expendables saw a chance to bridge camp and they took it. Example throws one single grenade and 4 angry men are sent right back to the crib. 4 angry babies flailing and wains by Twisted Minds.
It has been
a mental image no one asked for. But
you know what? I appreciated it. You do you, brother. I really... I feel for 4 AM, though, and their fans. It has been a rough event for them. 17, though, still kicking with all 4 up. Even in that containers fight, you would have expected that there might have been some pretty heavy losses. Able to get out to it unscathed, and KDF is now going to take their crack at breaking through here. A lot of opportunity for Blue Zones, 4 frag grenades to clear this compound. Xiaobei trying to hold the angles, trying to hold the exit. One player from his squad is able to escape. Now KDF lets loose with more grenades. Agumi's going to pay the price. Did he have a grenade in hand there? That's my big question. Yeah, he did.
That's big damage. Lil Ghost hops around the side. The folded shield does nothing. The smoke does nothing. Around the side they go, and this aggressive push from KDF finally looks like they might have met their match.
This is really good stuff from 17. Heaven does get Xiaobei. Meanwhile, Tanadol dicing it up with Suju. He's going to take him down. Lil Ghost, well, I was going to say Xiao UDD, but he's done. Lil Ghost from afar. Just one more bullet's going to get him. He's running and gunning. He does take down Heaven. But he's the last player alive for 17 Gaming at this moment. Can he find the res on a Xiao Wu?
The team gets taken down by a grenade from Chewy.
What a play here from Twisted Minds. 9 kills, and they've got 3 back up and running. Breck's the only one alive now for Ascend. Right by that crate, that level 3 gear, but Himas... Chewy with the scar. Oh, he gets hit right with the molly in the chest. That does not feel great. Not sure if it's going to be enough to get the knock. No, it's not, but he's stuck behind the tree, and Himas has him dead to rights.
4 kills for Himas. It looks like it might be happening again. We're getting big boy energy from Cerberus. Brex, the smokes give him away. The grenade from Norins doesn't quite find its mark, but Tanadol's Mark 12 does. Ascend now cleaned up entirely, but Twisted Minds, like you said, slipped the net. They managed to get away from a precarious position, but it has left them on the edge of the zone. They're going to have to fight their way through opposition, but Tanadol already taken down at the hands of Lou.
Lou, so quick there. Swap back over, confirm that flush. Day trade, I was just thinking, well, you know, if they could get 2 players into the late game here,
don't manage to land the headshots that they needed, but it's enough pressure forcing him behind the rock as the blue zone makes its way in. He doesn't really have much time to heal and get back into the fight.
This is going to be tricky for Cerberus. Good stun there to at least keep T5 pinned.
All mollies.
Yeah, if you had anything else, you would really have T5 in a bad spot. But Cerberus has been fighting for quite some time, trying to spray over the hill. Salalzi got quite a bit of damage. Ranger Axe going to get the knock onto Duckmai, though. So Himas and Salalzi, the duo, that's one. Can you find another? Peek around the corner, did quite a bit of damage to Patampong. He's going to have to hold it up. Fluky, though, got Salalzi on Himas. Can he finish the job? Not quite just there yet.
800 damage, but one more bullet would have been enough. If he made it to 850, he would have had a 1v1, but he can't get it done. Teraton 5 on home turf come out of the northern side of Georgia Paul, up the hill, into the face of Cerberus, and to the championship for game number 1.
It was a really...
All right, so they got double digits. Here, though, T5, good amount of kills. They managed to lock down that city. We having that kind of hardship towards the city, which really destroyed, you know, 4, 5, 6 teams on that northern side, on those 2 ridges. It just made it so hard for anyone to get away from that.
And to give them credit, they played that city so well. As we take a look at Patampong, your man of the match with the 2 kills and 2 knockouts. Sure, the damage isn't that high, but it's because they had to play the fundamentals. The way that they held out the 4th player, I don't remember who it was on Expendables. Delwyn, they just locked him down. Could not get
Good to be versatile in a game like this, and when, you know, the zone has so many implications, the flight path, the teams around you, there are so many variables in your game that if you're not coming with multiple options for game plans, things are going to go south pretty darn quick. 800 damage for Himas in game number 1. Anyone who splashed out on the fantasy is going to be happy to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Cerberus always a good bet to go for one of their players, especially...
They do, but let's see what he has to say about the work that is already being done.
T1이라는 팀에서 이제 활동하게 돼 너무 큰 영광이고 앞으로 이제 이 T1이라는 영문 팀에 걸맞게 좋은 성적 낼 수 있도록 열심히 할 목적입니다. 일단 저희가 초반에 좀 많이 이제 감을 좀 못 찾아서 좀 약간 그렇게 좀 좋은 이제 퍼포먼스를 못 보여줬던 것 같고요. 근데 이제 좀 후반에 좀 다들 이제 자신감을 좀 찾으면서 좋은 모습을 보여드렸던 것 같고 남은 경기는 이제 그냥 저희가 하던 대로 하면은 충분히 좋은 성적 낼 수 있을 거라고 생각해서 큰 걱정은 없습니다.
And Ian, a long time, fantastic player in Korea, talking about, you know, how
fighting on the edges, but once they're done and they can turn their attention inwards, this car fort is not going to hold up all too long once grenades start flying through. But first of all, a push onto Patampong. The shotgun fires off once, doesn't land, and Chris deals with the last remaining member of T5. Our first team eliminated 17.5 minutes into the game. That is a rarity from what we've seen so far in the PGS5.
That's very true, man. It's hard to believe that that's the first team that's been eliminated, but on this dirt path, it's kind of a step there for them to work with so they can keep themselves obscured from Cerberus and FaZe. Ascend now has to make a move. Maybe they're going to be the team to crash Cerberus, especially with Kilyakai confirming onto Hisaki. They know there's only 2 here if they've been kill track feeding. Grenade out. Salalzi trying to guard the door. He gets one. Tries to pre-fire another. Can't find the damage, and it's a great peek from Pains. Going to take Salalzi down. Himas, the last one alive on this top floor. What does the Ace have up their sleeves?
Oh, he hopped out of the window using that grenade to cut off the audio cues. They didn't know that he made this play, but they're double peeking him around the side. Oh my god, Himas! That was so close to getting the drop shot, but Brex, the last man standing for Ascend, the all-important final bullet. Himas almost did something inhuman, but no, denied by the veteran of Ascend. And he'll get all 4 revives as well. That is a big impact swing for Ascend.
Road as well, swinging down to try to find angles onto TSM. TSM stuck between a ruck and a hard place. Chewy finds the first grenade at Renox sparking. Brexico continuing to hunt his way through the smoke, seeing if there are any TSM players lurking. It's just stuns right now. Brexico now decides to back off.
This little ridge has been an absolute war zone ever since Hisaki pushed out from the Wizard Tower to try and put some extra shots from an additional angle into players on rotations. It's just been deaths left, right, and center, and Chewy has just made the push over on foot from his vehicle as his hold on the dirt road. His teammates behind him got cleaned up by FaZe, so he's committed. He's in at this point until the end, and the end will come quickly at the hands of Corexy's Dragunov, but the fight still going on.
It's going to be TSM finally cleaned up by Ascend. Petrichor as well. Mutually assured destruction in that fight phase. Very, very happy with some of those points. Desperately
The
need.
backline still being held down by New Happy for the time being. As soon as they're dealt with, they're going to commit to this push and try and take out Day Trade. But KDF splitting their focus. Heaven gets sat down, though, just as 4AM are finally removed. Batulins finds an angle. They've gone pretty much uncontested towards the center of the zone because of all the chaos around the Wizard Tower. And now, Twisted Minds have the opportunity to get proactive, and KDF might have just overplayed their hand slightly.
They took off so many fights up there. It was just too much. Now, 17 Suju, last one alive. That grenade almost finished him, and finally AZ and Ming figure out where he is. Ming turns his attention right on over to Belmont. Quick finish onto him. Nurens, 9 HP, takes down Gyumin, and Heather now alive for KDF, but the only one is Gyumin will be flushed. So KDF just too many fights on too many fronts, too spread out, and they are and how well they're able to play off of it.
Yeah, it's a damn good thing they didn't just go for the 4-man crash on
Yeah.
Cerberus, because everyone who did is no longer involved, and Twisted Minds is looking primed again because Batulins over the top of New Happy, getting knocks, getting the flushes, but Hwangef is not done yet. He has a grenade, he has hope, and he has 2 knocks onto New Happy.
Phenomenal stuff here from TDT. However, third party is on the horizon. Seemingly Luna very, very close to this.
Great
Nice
angle.
shooting. Oh my God. Crazy accurate stuff there from ZYU. Now AZ doing what he can to try to get into some kind of safety, but it's not going to be allowed. TDT is going to end up finishing off New Happy. And here comes Luna for some points. That's a quick one for Posa. And yeah, TDT, Huang going to go down to the blue, and TDT goes down in 4th.
The stupidest thing is we just had a stat about Batulins and how he's stolen 13 kills up to this point. That's probably well above.
Curious if there was a prone player there. Batulin saw ahead momentarily, sprays it down, only gets a little bit of damage onto both players. Kraken and Haven beat up just a smidge, and now the grenades begin. They've got players identified, and that's 1 down. Lou comes in, Kraken on the floor. Haven, grenade perfect from Example, and now just Posa left here for Luna Galaxy. And he's got so many players, the Twisted Minds barreling down on top of him, and he's gone, he's out. Twisted Minds take yet another chicken dinner here at PGS5.
Batulin spots a pixel of a head behind a tree. That's all the information that he needs to get the bombardment rolling. The grenades flying, landing on their mark. And Luna Galaxy, the start of their miraculous run back into contention.
Always nice to see Perfectix. I think he's fallen a little bit behind Example sometimes in terms of just kind of star power, but Perfectix, like historically, he's just been such a storied player in terms of both putting out the damage, putting everything, and he actually managed to get the man of the match here. Happy for him.
Holding that flex himself as he walks away with that MOM. But I think what I like most about watching that team is
Mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know, he's the carry, and that's who carries the family. And
Right,
so
okay, nice.
Perfectix doing a great job. But I think I've loved watching Lou playing that anchor position, very happy.
Right.
Approaching the halfway point of the final group stage day, and we are once again playing the freshly updated Tego. We are in the new patch, so Hospital is still in play and still yet to make its appearance at the global stage in any sort of capacity. But Songam, the Hosan prison area, saw some changes as well. Yet to really see what kind of impact they will have when we get zones that allow us to explore that area. But the rest of the map, pretty much unchanged, and the teams have been on that area for...
Always in the thick of things. Still just going to be able to kind of have a little bit of priority. That's an early knock there on the Sparking for Type, and it's a finish as well.
You're kidding. With a hollow sight like this Type, that's how you get the OPGG first kill on Sparking? That is just disrespectful. Oh, is Sparking... Man, all he can do is just sit there.
Turns it around on him.
They were hunting him down. They knew that they'd spun his vehicle out down below. Nothing more expendables than what's currently happening on your screen. They flip over their vehicles, one of them dies, the rest of them come flying through, but Clories gets the trade, but Killy has already taken down 2 of his teammates. Chris tries to get involved, but Clories takes him out as well. And suddenly this safe passage, this northern bridge, turns into a bit of a scrap for both teams, and Brex up in the glider above can do very little about it.
This has got to be frustrating for Ascend, a team that really isn't interested in fighting early. You know, it's Chris is done. He's flushed. Clories, though, spotted by Brex. Gonna have to reposition to find that angle. He has the tree and a flush of his own. Now Pains and Brex trying to collapse on top of TE. Tanvu, or the Expendables, has flanked out a bit there to the north. You can see him behind that rock, but a bit of a pause in the battle. Let's see how Ascend wants to approach this. It's just going to be a peel back. Looks like Brex is committed, has the grenade, knows that the res probably came through not too long ago, sees the one player, has him dead to rights. The grenade just missed, but he gets the spray anyway. Nicely done by Brex.
So you're just telling me that the Expendables were so distracted that they didn't notice the glider flying in from behind them, crash landing. The guy just hopped out of it and stabbed to him in the back. Maybe a bit of a tunnel vision from the Expendables. They saw a chance to get some kills, or maybe just simply the fact that they're safely qualified and they saw a chance to try and get rid of a team that is right there on the precipice. But regardless, damage done onto Ascend. They've lost 2 players, despite the fact that they've got 3 kills on the board. And we're still doing this, are we, boys? Back into the blue zone goes Ascend.
I thought this was a replay.
Oh, back at it again.
I mean, surely Ascend wins this. Vehicle explodes. Yeah, okay, that removed the cover for Tanvu. But Ascend, confirms what they started. No problem, though. Plenty of time here with the blue zone bag. It's not even going to be a thing.
I actually respect it from Tanvu. He knew he was going down. The car was about to explode.
Looks like he's going to be able to get it off. Zenith with just a sliver left on that death bar, able to get revived, and then Type comes through, immediately traded by Flash. EN shut down by Belmoth, caught him sleeping. Zenith waiting right as Belmoth comes through the door, able to find the knock, and now we are down to a 1v1, I believe. Flash there, trying to go for the res potentially. Yeah, sticking it.
Oh, goodness.
That's a frag, though, and it's perfect. Well done by Zenith, but disaster for T1 overall, all things considered.
Wow. Yeah, Zenith really gave him the runaround at the ending. Just got very little else in terms of viable options left to play. Oh. And elsewhere on the map, it's those in the compounds that hold all the cards.
Jun got the best of Example there. Example was trying to clear that edge, and Jun was prone, took him down. Nan's going to get the knock onto Zepion. Former teammate there, grenade in hand for Zepion. He goes down. A nice piece of work there from Wang's Eye. Swaps over to the shotgun. Going to throw out the stun. Ooh, didn't get through the window like he would have liked. Checking the corners. Seeing if anybody's going to make the push. Opens the door. Goes out. Finds one. He's got the pump. Can he find another? He gets some damage, but doesn't get the knock. Takes quite a bit himself. He's going to reset the fight for now. Oh, Bobo gets Nan around the corner. Things starting to look a little bit dicey now for New Happy. AZ, he's ready for the Bobo. Bobo and Wang's Eye combining. They're going to wipe New Happy out.
Took a couple of shells to get it done, but Wang's Eye with the pump action shotgun through the doors of the windows, managing to shut down the push from feeling his way through the blue zone. He's not going to make it too much further with only 2 first aids left, but the fact that he's still alive this long, Twisted Mind still just getting points on the board out of nowhere, long enough to see Salute fall at the hands of Jeems.
What an angle.
Luke 12 stole away.
Oh, still though, what an angle for Jeems. And Purdy Curdy going to go down to Fex. Couple of quick headshots there. Kurt on his knees and out. Once again, Corexy going to be the one to claim that loot. Finally going to go down in the background. We're down to our top 4 here. 4 for FaZe, 4 for Pero, 3 for KDF, 2 for TSM. Still quite a bit of game to go. Trying to blow up the vehicle now to remove Alo's cover. It's on fire. Will blow up momentarily. Gustav trying to find an off angle. Luke as well, but it's a quick 2K for Corexy. And that's going to send TSM to the lobby.
A lot of damage done, a lot of low health bars, but not a single knock conceded. That is big for FaZe Clan because Heaven is doing Heaven things. He's pushed over the road.
Whatever, you know.
Okay.
Car's hard to drive, okay? Give him a break.
Well, it's hard to drive from the passenger seat, but it goes in a straight line, and Jeems maybe wishes he had a little bit of an angle towards that, but Mill has just used the opportunity to wrap along the road up above FaZe Clan. And the Groza in hand from up on above is just too oppressive. FaZe tried to make a move, get aggressive onto KDF and clean up some points. It did not work out.
Oh, they didn't expect Yumin back there, but he's quickly traded by Ming. Only one player alive here for KDF, a 1v3 for Heather. I can tell you folks he's done stuff like this before, but not going to happen this time. It is going to be Petrichor Road with a huge win here on Tago. And all of a sudden, they may be well on their way to that grand finals. We'll see if they can keep it up.
FaZe Clan was right behind them as well, just a single point separating them in the leaderboard, but prior to that final engagement, so it's
Kind of extract from that area and then stay alive. That's just a huge play.
And then take that high ground on the road. He has that Groza, and from there it's just back and forth and sort of blazing everybody down. It was actually a really great end game, and to be fair, this is exciting in the sense of it's the best that I've seen out of them. It's like a spark of life, and considering that they quote-unquote all-star is not here, to see him pull out a win like that with Mill in particular and Ming stepping up was exciting.
Yeah, especially because they need the PGS points to stay.
Bonus glider right there, and it's always the teams that like to make use of them. If you want to see just how these teams make use of all of the cool little fun gadgets on this map, or if you want to see Twisted Minds sit on a roof for 25 minutes, if we continue this feed into Neox Factory like we had in PEC Grand Finals, then make sure to get their POV feed, or even just hear some of their comms as they sneak their way forwards, trying to get angles onto 4am.
Perhaps 4am isn't going to allow them to just sit on that roof this time. We'll have to wait and see.
Himas has somehow lurked his way forwards, and Vinny's about to run in front of him with the Dragonov in hand, and he can't get the flick for the one tap. Himas behind enemy lines. He's going to hear the vehicle. Oh my god, the timing is insane.
Please hit this shot. Please, you got to lead it a little bit more. Oh, he was so close. He was so close. I would have lost my marbles. He had hit that. What a play, though, from Cerberus. The patience that they showed there was incredible.
Pre-nerf Panzerfaust, he gets that kill.
I have no idea.
If Flucky's still in the glider, that is the perfect way to get information on how to range find. But he doesn't need it! Fex immediately dropped from the first attempt. How does he know? 318! Bang on the head!
Man paid attention in geometry class.
What?
Love to see it. FaZe getting out of there. Gonna have to sacrifice some vehicles to that mortar as well.
This guy's got a chip in his brain. How does he know?
That was insane. To dial in, it's gonna be tough for both New Happy and Day Trade here. Come out of this in any kind of decent shape. A lot of damage being done there. It's actually EN who's gonna find 2 big knocks onto New Happy. Nurens, we're gonna finish the job there. New Happy down to just Chao Z, and he's spotted and he's out. New Happy, first team eliminated here on Rondo. And now swinging through is TDT. They're right to the west of this. T1 still in an okay position, though, and TDT doesn't push any further. Grenades, Day Trade here. Oh, where are they? Now they know. Belmont wrapping around the backside of TDT, finds one, looks for another. Grenade right underneath that vehicle. There's a second. He's done. He's knocked. All of a sudden, things getting extremely chaotic. Kimos comes in. That's TDT gone.
This is the whole kill feed, just the entirety of the south side. Crushed in seconds, and not by the cover falling from the air, just by one another. But Cerberus, with 4 players standing, 6 kills now. Test track, indiscriminate with who they're firing shots towards, and why would they bother caring who it is when they can just dominate like this? 11 on the board, Lou makes it 12 for his 5th of the game, and Delwyn with the JS9. Okay, maybe we found the answer. Use a bit of 9mm, and Batulins, he's going to have to call in the cavalry to get some support. Maybe get the revive.
Batu's sitting here like, SMG's my only weakness.
We found it.
Oh, Xiaobei. That's a bit of an angle onto the back of example. This is getting pretty rough now for Twisted Minds. I think the fun is over.
And this is what happened last time as well, when we saw a zone that was similar to this. Everyone ran out of bullets. Lou has 10 left in his MK12 because he's just been shooting too many people. He's got 5 kills, doesn't have enough bullets to make it anymore. But Tanvu has plenty, more than enough to take down Ming. He tried to creep his way around the side. TSM finally getting active and getting some points on the board on the western side. Push up over the ridge to capitalize on that, but the 3x JS9, I mean, spray the smoke if you like, but it doesn't do nothing when Alo has a Dragonov. That's even better within 100 meters, and the grenades are by far the best at short range. Xiaobei, 1 single grenade expended, and the expendables taken out. And 17 can reset and turn their attention quickly towards TSM, but Sparking, Gillisuit and Groza around the side, hugging the blue zone. Xiao Didi down.
Had a great pickup there for TSM, being able to get him back up and running. Now you got a crossfire angle here from Alo, but it's a quick up and over. Suju and Lil Ghost in tandem, taking down 2 players of TSM. Alo trying to make that Dragonov work. Cannot. It is going to be a win for 17 Gaming on Rondo. well on their way towards that grand finals. And a smooth game for them, top to bottom.
Sparking got the first initial flush on the play, but couldn't
This is
get
the team. These are the boys that have done it before, and yeah, they can come back.
Yeah.
Do it again here at PGS5. That would be crazy to have a repeat winner for them here already. They're looking good, and yeah, Lil Ghost is going to be your man of the match. I have him in my fantasy.
I have him in my
So
fantasy
I'm
team as
happy
well.
he survived as well. Got a little point that way.
But you know, not only am I happy that he's survived, I'm happy to see him kind of feeling like he's getting back to form, right? Like Lil Ghost is one of those. You go all the way back. I think it was PGS1 in Malaysia. I remember talking about Lil Ghost and how just incredible he was, and there was sort of a fall off.
It's got some vehicles sometimes.
Some of those statements were sometimes correct.
That's correct.
It's definitely cooler than the old Oasis. It's got a lot more water too.
That's true. Yeah, the old Oasis was a little weird. New Oasis, much better. Anyway, plane path, a little bit eastern shifted. And some of those teams like T1 have a little bit extra distance to go to get to their drop spot. But everything else...
We're a kilometer ahead of Summer, so no chance to fight back. But the Sandstorm, at the very least, gives them a way to sneak past the rest of Cerberus's quasi-road block bridge camp. Petrico Road are going to have to move on as a 3-man.
Well, they've got quite a bit open space.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Okay.
please hit this.
This
Please hit this.
This
Please hit
feels
this.
like a bit of an overly aggressive response. Someone fires a bolt action at you and you just blow up his entire mountain. That was worryingly close.
That was right where Batulins was just standing, but
Yep.
Perfectix got the knock with the bolt.
Was that on the mortar? Is that how he got bolted? But they traded it back. Oh, Ming! From where? Downtown, the opposite side. Wow. Batulin's left by himself down towards the south side of this split from Twisted Minds, and he gets taken out from Power Grid.
Insanity. That is forever away. That's great shooting there, Ming.
Finals this time around, but Bobo may not be spending too much more time in this game if KDF commit to this breach.
Yeah, the Freaks choose violence once again. Wang Zai tries to bounce a grenade around, but he's still able to get the spray down. Not in time to finish off Heather with the M249 Heaven as well. The Heavenly duo combining to take down two members of 4 AM off the back of a knock. A quick decision there to go for the collapse. And that's going to leave HS and ZP Yan on their own. Teammates for a long time. Trying to hold on.
Vehicle's rolling away from Belmont as well, so he's just going to have to hop in, join the boys in the shack. And Cerberus with some defense to do from above as Lunar Galaxy have taken an emergency parachute on top of them. That has to mark the regroup of the split. Oh my god, Killy just rocks out of the compound, tosses one Molotov into the shack, and Day Trade burnt to a crisp. And they gain very little. They've got a lot of work to do in the final game if they want to make finals.
That's a great move, though, by Ascend. They need points, and they knew it. They took a perfect golden opportunity. Capitalized. Kraken getting shot in the back. I think it was T1 there, putting some damage into him. And Cerberus able to just barely get that res on the high Saki. So now you try to wrap around, see if you can close in on Luna. Luna's had a tough time in some of these situations, but that's a good start there for Posa. It's up Hemas. Hemas tries to get out to safety, cannot. Posa had the angle held. Nothing he can do. A few grenades now starting to be thrown. Posa out in the open, making some plays. That's 2 down, him and Kraken, evening the odds between them and Cerberus. But Duckmai finally takes him down. It's going to be Salalzi for the final nail in the coffin for Luna.
Fortunately for Cerberus, no flushes confirmed, so they will be able to get back to strength. And fortunately as well, T1 did not hit happen at 4 AM as well, getting bombarded now that KDF is making a move onto the opposite side of the 2-2 split, looking to finish the job they started earlier.
Absolutely. Some stuns there. Yumin's going to keep pressing the angle, but too bad for him. Zipian was holding. Didn't get nailed by that stun nearly as much as he maybe thought. HS is down. Grenade up into the top. So close. First aid kit does come out for Zipian. Heather. Oopsies. Didn't exactly go where he wanted it, I think, but that's A-okay. Gonna try to bounce another one up there. Able to change over. The grenade did the job. That should be the res on the Yumin as well. Nice work here by the Freaks, taking down 4 AM.
Clean 4 for 0 that came in 2 separate parts and 2 separate players is their warning system. Maybe they weren't even aware that Ming was looking, but he's helped them out, taking down Patampong. But T1 cleaned up as Brex finds an opportunity to creep his way out of the compound. A quick little spray, and T1 Down.
And that's a find the range, but not quite able to do so. Now Kilyakai gets in on the action from God only knows how he's finding that angle. Nice shooting, Sparking. Nice shooting, Luke. 2 out of that car from KDF. And TSM now gonna drive right into their faces and try to finish what they started.
T5 got turned back. They did manage to get the revive on towards Pattenpong, but an early knock just gives TSM the freedom to make this push, just control this eastern side of the zone. They're doing just that. Cerberus doing whatever they can, but that ain't very much from their position. Going down to the blue zone, and they're both 1 point away from the cutoff point, but Ascend have the way better zone control. They've held onto their compound. They've cleared up any little invaders, little pests that snuck in behind their lines. And now they've taken care of Lu as well. They get the additional point for the kill. The shift means that they can still play that ridge just a little bit longer.
Oh, Alo. Absolutely disgusting stuff there. The barrel spells disaster for Petrichor Road. Now Sparking, Kilyakai gets yet another knock. Here come the grenades from New Happy. They want some points, they want some kills, but they're just so short. There you go. That one's going to connect for Ming Ming. Plucky down. Ranger X very, very weak. Rossita Jr. trying to sweep in, but he's shut right down by Non. And New Happy able to step out that door safely and nearly end T5's round.
All they wanted to do was get to a safe ridge where they could throw their 18 frag grenades at New Happy, but they're having none of it. They step out of the shack. They've got a bit of a smoke grenade to block the line of sight from Ascend. That's really all that New Happy have to give themselves any sort of safety. But it's enough to pick up 3 of the 4 T5 members that looked to threaten on. Got to get it done with the weapons if they're going to get it done at all.
Yeah, and they're just in a dire position. The blue is almost there. They're trying to cede the points over. They don't want to give anything. They know how close in the standings it is with New Happy. This is the right play for sure. And it's going to be New Happy Esports that is going to take a desperately needed chicken dinner, and they are right back in the thick of things.
That man over there with the 90-degree keyboard, a bit of an absolute unit when it comes down to the way that they played out that
those lower kill counts, lower damage counts, but that's because it seems like our center drive Circ teams are not being as challenged or crashed as hard as we've seen in the past. They're kind of getting away with it.
Yeah, and you have a mediocre day 1 here for them, 31 points, and now with this one here, they're going to be completely throwing themselves into that top 16. A win like this, yeah, it's just a guarantee for them, and it's the same case for Petrichor Road. Really kind of mediocre play, and then you have a huge game basically off the circle kind of fate. And
he knows what day it is. Let's give him that.
Okay, now, in my defense, I knew what day it was until you tricked me into not knowing what day it was.
It's that easy, honestly.
It is. You're not wrong. I'm gullible as hell.
Yeah, hey Clinton, what's your credit card?
What's your social security number?
It's that simple. Well, for everyone, hey Clinton, what's the secret key to how to get a winner chicken dinner? Because several of these teams would like to hear it for this final game, because those 10 points could come in extra.
And by the way, Crexy's all on his own in like that near that C block compound west of Venus. So curious to see what they're doing. Well, they're getting shot. Heaven's got Jeems looking for another season. Pre-fires it. Heaven's got 2, looking for the 3rd. Heaven!
Oh my god.
Clean as hell with that hog. Ridiculous stuff. And now, well, I guess you left Crexy on his own, and he's going to have to try to fight this one out for FaZe. This is not what they were looking for.
They were scouting out for vehicles coming in from the back, but Heaven was already there.
An EN stands tall, gets 2 for 1. And Type trying to come in to go for the finishes. Has a free spray down with that AK, but now he's hit from the side. That's Luna up on the crater edge. And Suju swoops in, takes Type down, steals that point. T1 trying to hold the line, but Suju, great peek around that box. Pallet works wonders for him. And T1 down to just Zenith, down to their last hope here for PGS5.
Started so well. They got the 2 for 1 on the trades, but the tags from up the hilltop onto Luna Galaxy. Zenith, 2 HP the difference. He gets the extra point, but it's really not going to amount to all that much for T1 because the trade surely comes through. Xiaobei just trying to pre-fire some angles. He didn't get the chance. He had to cancel the heal. Hip fire is all that's required. Xiaobei lets him know T1 eliminated. They're down and out. And FaZe Clan as well. 2 teams confirmed.
Nestling themselves, trying to nestle themselves within the safety. Brex might be going up top. Duck 2 saw him. Great spray with the ace. Finds the first knock. Looking for more. Blue zone's in. Now TE on the hunt, on the push. That's a great hold from Kilyakai, though. Just wants that point, and he's got it. It's really about all you need here as Ascend. Sure, you'd like to win this fight, but Duck Juice and the Expendables probably have other things to say about that. Oh, 4AM on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, you'd love to see that push got him down. He was low as heck.
Yeah.
No, New Happy trying to get low, but the vehicle gets wedged again.
Oof, this is tricky. Backwards driving. They have to just get out, but it's actually Heather from the Freaks in the center. And they're making quick work here of New Happy. New Happy's Ming Ming trying to do something about it, but Milt had a great angle from the edge of the shack. Nicely done by him, but really Day Trade probably kicking themselves that they couldn't get a knock and a finish onto a couple members of Perro. Would have been huge points. Bounds.
I think Petrico Road as well. Hearing all of these shots, they wanted to try and make a move towards the zone, but KDF says no. They're turning them back. They're forcing them back over to the east. Day Trade are going to get sandwiched. They're 2 points behind TDT. They've got 6 points on the board, but they've lost Flash now as TDT bite back out of the graveyard.
This is going to be so tough right now. Day Trade is going to commit to the fight.
They have to.
Do or die right now for them. Here in PGS5, a good grenade. Softens up Tandadal. Immediately proning. Trying to find that timing he needs to get the first aid kit off. ZYU lets loose with the frag. Belmoth in the back line. Maybe the target just comes up short. Nurens trying to buy a little bit of extra time. The heal is going to come through. Another good grenade, though. Softens up Nurens. A reposition being attempted here by TDT to find the angle. Day Trade still just holding on. Another good grenade. Almost takes Nurens down. Tandadal trying to be sneaky. Trying to get up into this smoke. He's got a player right on the other side. ZYU, does he have any idea? Tandadal steps out. He can't win it. ZYU is going to take him down. And Day Trade in trouble. Nurens down as well. One player to go, and they're out.
Something going to try and open a door for an impossible 1 versus 3, but Lou has him trained. And Twisted Minds getting in the practice for Smash rules.
Absolutely. And there's the final cleanup for Example and Twisted Minds. A huge day for them, a huge group stage for them. They are miles ahead of everybody else, and they're going to close it out with an in-control, well-handled chicken dinner. KDF.
Open that door because the next map we're going to head to is Rondo. And Rondo, while a Joker map, is a very different one than Tego. The just insane amount of space, the need to move, and like the high